And we're live.
Oh, we got a hot bubble, folks. What do we do with that?
Talk about what's happening.
Is that a hand-sculpted mold from the Arctic Northwest, Michigan, Detroit region?
From the tundra.
Look at this. It's filling up perfect. It's glowing, too, on the bottom. Check that out.
Perfect.
That's not snow on there. It's crackle texture.
I gotta flash it so it doesn't break.
Explode. Now that is one sort of vessel I may have never seen before.
It's kind of cool.
It's pretty sweet. Welcome to the show, folks. We're experimenting here in the beginning of the show with some hot molten action. And even though this was 2,000-degree glass, and it was in that mold for about a good 30 seconds.
It's got perfect walls in there now.
That's because Chris turned on his robotic turning power.
That's right.
I
Robo.
don't know. Maybe we should end the show and do another.
Put it back in the freezer.
You want to go back in the freezer?
You're punnying this up, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
The texture on the outside of it looks super cool.
And that mold, how much did
We're gonna
that cost
safely
us?
transport this.
Michelle, how much that mold cost us to get sculpted?
20 years of experience.
20 years of experience, folks. We're going to pack that one up nice and neat, get it right back into thine freezer. I'm whipping up a Pontiel here because Chris is looking to make this into an iceberg sculpted pitcher of some sort of wintry, frosty, delicious beverage.
I'm liking it.
It was really cool. Ooh. Ah.
Maybe not. Lost just a little
Explodo
bit of
like
it up here
Frodo.
because of the iciness. So we're not doing it. We're gonna recycle.
Recycle the sackle.
You see right here, folks, we got a hole right here in the piece.
Whoa! The insertion.
Kind of hot in there.
You don't say.
That's hot stuff.
The show, where you guys from?
Hello, folks. It's a beautiful day. Now, as our warmer-upper, which was the original plan, I'm going to sculpt up one of the same exact open-style hearts we did on last show. There was such a big excitement around that piece. I'm going to do a different color here, white and iridescent gold, as we get set up to go into a really cool gnome-tastic show, folks. We've upgraded our gnomes. We've got an incredible one-and-done selection, and we've got actually 3 really cool add-ons and specialty things that are going to go on around here tonight.
Specialty things.
Specialty things.
So what are you making right now?
This is just going to be a white and gold open heart.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to put this one up for sale just like we did with the last one. And the first purchaser will get the one made here on the show. Any purchases thereafter will be made in the next consequential days.
You'll get there. Just keep on saying words. Yep.
In the days of old.
All right, why don't you guys do an introduction? You are?
My name is Jeff.
My name is Frank Jobonsky, folks.
You are?
I'm Jake Nordine.
Ooh.
Look at that twirlage. I'm trying to twirl as I'm pulling, and I'm trying to do it even so that the heart is not a lopsided heart, because then you get an irregular beat.
Show them how it's done, man.
Bink. It's a GA original.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm Oliver.
Daydreaming.
Yeah, well, we hope you guys are doing amazing today. It's going to be a beautiful show. Our iPad exploded before the show, burst into flames. And so we found a way around that. We're streaming on a phone, through a phone, and into the interweb. So if you guys have any questions about technology, we have the answers.
See me in the background staring into a cell phone. I am, in fact, doing things for the show. I'm paying attention. So I did not get bored yet. You'll just see me doing all of our tech. You're going to see me do all of our graphics from here. I'm controlling mics from here, controlling camera zoom from here, pretty much everything from here.
Precisely. Got two final touches up here on the heart. We cut that round circle, touched it back together. I'm going to take the tweezies here, pinch together, and make a finalized, beautiful connection here. Like so. And then once we get it torched, we're going to knock it off here. Going to torch the bottom. And then we're going to iridize it with the gold. We've got white on here and gold. This will be the final light and tender heat.
Tender?
Very tender. And then we're going to go
like
for...
some marinated chicken breast? Nice and tender?
Yes. It's the only way. Not too much heat because it'll totally stick to the pipe here. I'm trying to wiggle it so it doesn't stick. Ooh! Metallic shine, baby.
It's looking hard.
It's nice. It's a little bigger than usual.
Hey, everybody. I'm real Chris Nordine, not Frank Chobansky. This is The Gathering Point. Where are you guys from? We love finding out where everybody's from. We get people from all over the world and every state. And we want to know, so put it in live feed. We're getting ready for our next piece right now. Jacob just put that heart away, which is going online. It will be for sale. Probably have a few of them on there, that same exact style. But I'm looking forward to it, but I can't wait to get on the pipe and thaw out a little bit. It's a little chilly around here these days.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're starting up.
Should we take a look at the table and show these guys, since we got our hot, goopy gather, we got our warmer-upper, and let's show them the theme of the show here, folks. Show number 252. If you've got a mobile device handy, you can scan right here and get to our webpage. There wasn't a lot of time to get your mobile device out, but if we come back around to it, you guys could try again. But it's Gnome Night. Thanks to Robin for pimping out our board here, looking real good. Show 252 is insane. We're really trundling along here. But we've got an upgraded version of Gnome, and this show is in part a marketing research here for your favorite color pattern and style. And we wanted to show you guys one of the very OG Gnomes. Solid, a little squatty, looks like he came from out the woods. Our current style of Gnome that's on the website. And then, of course, individually numbered here on the website and available for purchase here tonight, and soon to be picked out the top 4 colors to be represented on the website for the long haul.
I have already picked out my favorite on the table, and it's not what you probably think it's going to be.
Let me take a guess.
Go ahead.
I'm going to guess too.
Number 8.
No, don't say
It's
yet,
not.
'cause I'm going to guess. I'm going to say I think you might be guessing number 14.
Number 11.
I'm not. So it's number 9.
Ah.
Reason being, honestly, the first thing that popped in my head
Look at
is
that
my 6-year-old niece is super obsessed with Frozen. Okay? And in Frozen, if you guys are familiar with Frozen, I guess they're technically trolls, but they kind of look like gnomes too. But they turn back and forth from being their little live creatures to rocks. And he kind of looks like he's mid-rock transformation.
So
I really, really like him.
Super cool. Yeah, do we want to get some hearts prepped at all, or do we want to just jump right into the first gnome, you think?
I think we should prep a little heart.
I think so too. We got Valentine's colors out. We've got the garage on. As you pan across the pipe warmer here, Mom, I could pull these out real quick and show you a little special treat that through the microphone. You want to let them know where these came from?
Oh, am I going to be able to be heard on the mic?
Oh yeah.
Nice. That's the solution then. All right, these are vintage flowers that were made for a project back in like 1994.
94.
Cleaning out some stuff, I found them and I was like, holy smokes. Let's use these.
Pretty sweet. So those are compatible with our glass. We've got some more of them in their actual colors laid out over here. But Chris is going to be shaping up a heart. We're going to do 3 styles on the show, potentially 4. One with a flower.
Come on, camera. It's too close.
One with, we've got silver and copper leaf here. Then we've got dichro as well. And Chris is going to be sculpting up a little solid heart as a Valentine's special gnome as well. And we were talking about a little shooter one too, which we'll get into in a little bit here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a second here just to call out some of the comments I'm seeing here. We've got on the YouTube side of things, a gentleman named Ray who said he went to a class with you guys over the weekend and had a blast. Can't wait to see the live stream.
All right,
I know
Ray.
exactly who this is, Ray. It's good to see you on the live show. I had a fun time teaching your class this weekend.
Yeah.
He got the Matt Oliver Wombo combo, and we didn't scare them off. So
That's
I'm
a
always
good
happy
combo.
to hear that.
That's beautiful. And I'm sure, I haven't looked yet, but I'm sure there's some familiar faces on here as well. Beautiful to see everyone.
We've got a lot of names already coming in. We've got Tammy from San Diego. We've got Melody from Westland. We've got my mom from Williamsville. Hi, Mom. We've got Carol from Sarnia. Good to see ya. Beverly from Reno. We've got Judy from Corning, New York.
Yeah. Represent.
We did have a request. They didn't exactly hear where those flowers are from. If you could repeat that, how we have obtained those, if they were made by one of us.
You say they were.
It doesn't
stand
pick up
next
on the
to you.
phone when we have mics on.
Oh, okay, cool. So the flowers came from a project I did a long time ago. I hired a lamp worker, a torch worker, and he made those flowers specifically for the job. I'm guessing somewhere around 1994.
Oh, wow.
And I found them and I was like, hey, we might as well use these. So we only have so many. This particular torch worker does not do work like that anymore. So these gnomes are going to be special.
So these
Specialty.
flowers are as old as me.
Those flowers are old.
Yeah,
You're an old lady, Bess.
I am. Thank you, Jake.
We'll do a smaller one.
That sounds beautiful. So here's round number 2. Now you know that red. Now that you're checking this out. This is this red that you used.
Yes.
Watch when I do this dunk move.
A lot of smoke.
A lot of steam. But that's going to be bright red when it cools down. We're going to get that on the gnome here in a minute. I did want to comment on, there was a comment about ash pieces, folks. And Chris actually just had a really great article on the ash work he does. And you want to speak on that a little without being too distracted from the piece?
Yeah. Ashes and Art Glass is a business that I do memorial pieces for individuals, and it's super, super amazing.
AshesInArtGlass.com.
You got it. And it's all about memorializing loved ones and pets in your glass and in your life. I mean, I think it's an amazing thing. So this is a little tinier heart.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in that, go to the website, send out an inquiry, and Chris will get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tinier heart, and traditionally the gnomes that we're going to do here tonight, they're a 3-person process. There's a lot of added bits onto the piece. We're going to go into the details of those in a minute here, but it's going to take all of us to make these happen. So the prep work that we do is super important, and having those flowers ready, having these hearts that Chris has sculpted ready to go is awesome. We're also going to need to talk about how we add the copper leaf and the silver leaf to the piece. It's not something we've done here on the live show. It's not something Oliver's ever worked with, and really I haven't worked with too much myself either. Chris has a lot of experience in that, so we're going to get his advice on how that's going to go down. But also, we do have an idea to make one gnome, and now, if you guys remember, a lot of our customers saw when we first released the gnomes, we're talking about that little solid one on the right, and when we first released them as a brand new product, we opened up an annealing oven and had a beautiful display made by a creative, amazing person we had here in the studio, and they were drinking beer, and they were sitting around the campfire, and they were just kicking it way too hard. A couple of them were passed out.
We're getting wild?
The gnomes were getting wild in the studio.
That.
So I think it's only appropriate, we were talking at lunch or at dinner before this, that we make a gnome with a shot glass attached to his head. We're going to brainstorm through that one on the show a little bit more, but if that's how the gnomes be acting, then the people that want the gnomes in their house may want to just have a good time with them as well.
Well, gnomes are kind of a sense of a protector, aren't they? I know that's garden gnomes protect your garden.
Oh.
So even you have gnomes that are protecting your house, you know?
Yeah.
Put them next to your fireplace.
Or your
make sure,
liquor cabinet.
Illegal Santa doesn't come down the chimney at some point in time.
You got to watch out for those.
Little tiny heart.
So I do have that warmer-upper heart available. Fast Fingers did snag the first one, but there are 5 more available.
Well done, Fast Fingers. FF, you're a champion. All right.
We got a comment on here. Someone saying that it just occurred to them that they can watch the live stream on their TV with their Fire Stick, and it's so much better than their phone.
Big
So for anyone
time.
else out there watching that maybe is watching on their phone right now, there is a chance that you could watch it on your TV, and we could just be bigger.
That's how you big screen it, and then you've got the capabilities to comment. You have a watch party and have everyone kicking it, talking to Bess and Oliver and all of us.
Is that how it's called? You're a big screener?
You can be
Does
a
that
big
mean we're
screener.
famous? The bigger the screen, the more famous we are. Is that how it works?
Like some type of called like giantitis or something, where they like fall in love with actors because they go to the movies and the actors' heads and bodies are so big that they just naturally, the human brain makes them fall in love with them. That's what happened with Tom Cruise.
Giantitis.
Tom Cruise. Was he a victim
fell in love
of
with him
that, or
because his
did
head
that
was like
happen
8
to
feet
him?
wide. Wasn't because he was so cool.
All right, here we go.
I hope he's not watching.
Hashtag Tom Cruise.
Brendan would be mad about that.
All right, so we got some clear glass here. We're going to start with the body of the gnome. Dad, Oliver and I are going to run through this, and when we're ready for you, we're going to holler.
Are you saying that I don't need to run 800 bits to make a gnome?
I'll
that's
run
great.
these 800 bits.
Thanks, Oliver.
Sounds like a couple of our addicts have it figured out. They've got YouTube going on their big screen and using their phone to comment.
Yeah, that's wise.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Did we call attention to the new situations going on here yet?
No, we may just, as I apply color to this piece here, you all may want to take a tour around our new Cadillac setup. You want to take them on the tour, Oliver?
Things are getting a little bit fancy over here. I want to introduce you to this beautiful 74 Cadillac right here. Brand new paint job on it. Had the whole engine tuned up, transmission running like a dream. It's only had easy road miles, garage her whole life. And we just finally got her spruced up, treated real nice.
Fresh.
Would you say that that's kind of like one of the top-notch Ferrari paint jobs where you've got like a shark skin metallic
I would say so.
look to the thing?
Just sitting in there, I felt a lot more powerful. Like,
Yeah.
I feel feeble out of the bench right now.
It gives you the power. And I'll tell you, there's not another shop I know of that has a metallic powder-coated bench. And shouts out to Matt and his dad for putting in some serious time, grinding this down, and giving it a brand new paint job.
Absolutely.
This came right from my house a couple days ago. Take it away, Oliver.
This is we basically took a pickle bucket, 5-gallon pickle bucket, and we just repainted it to look exactly like this. And then we found something that looked exactly like our painting and used that instead.
I like it.
What kind of glass?
So
I
does
walked
this
in
one have the
today
flowers
and
on it?
everything
I think
was
we
so
should start with
fancy.
a flower one, yeah. Just one little puff of air will do just fine. This guy's not too chubby. Beautiful. Now, there's a couple things we've changed about the gnomes, and I'm going to talk about them as we move along this process. This will be the starter gnome, and we're going to have a flower on the head of it. It's orange. We're going to do oranges and pinks and golds as the body, and then we're going to have an orange or red flower on it, depending on how it all turns out. The first thing that's been changed about the gnomes, and you'll see them on the table, you'll see them on the website, is that we've removed the boots. And a lot of the pictures we've seen and a lot of gnome content, you guys were all real gnome lovers around here. The gnomes don't necessarily always have boots. They're really hard to recreate, they're hard to get symmetrical and have look really good, and a lot of times if we wanted to get enough beard action going on, it would interfere with the boots being in the way. So we've converted the boots to a gnome's belt, and that process starts right now by giving it the old squish here and giving this a little bit of a Liberty Bell shape. And I'll cut into it right here like this and make that spot available for a nice, good old-fashioned, sturdy gnome belt application. Going for a black belt?
Yes.
I don't know how gnomes' feet are in karate when they don't have boots, but they do have black belts.
Hey, where did you find the GA letters that were on the bench there?
Is someone asking about them?
Yeah.
Found them in the parking lot. We were redoing the parking lot. We got the giant backhoe out there. We were digging everything up, and there's a collision shop next door. It must have came off something, but literally 2 pieces of metal GA in the back behind our business, which stands for the Glass Academy. And so now this bench is the GA 3000.
We got a PC7 that onto the bench.
Yeah, we do.
And I think I don't know, anyone know another car out there besides the Galaxy that would have a GA on it?
Let's hear it, you guys. Do the research. Help us out.
It's got to be GA because there's nothing in between the GA, so...
Yeah, thanks for breaking it down.
Right?
It's true. It's true. So we're going to go for the belt here. Black's a really soft color. It goes on really smooth. I can squish it down really easy. The trick is covering up the 2-part connection, the start and the beginning, with the beard. Beautiful shape. Great heat here. Lay it on, smooth like butter.
Very nice. Now I'm getting started on the beard.
That is true. I like to give it a little bit of a beveled edge like that to it. When you guys purchase one of these new styles of gnomes that you hold in your hand, you'll see the way this all comes together a little bit better. And we talk about product design all the time here on the show, on our experimental shows. A lot more to be coming up here with our new membership as well on product design. But I was just talking to Matt and Oliver earlier about we were making sheep. We were designing more of the sheep that are up and coming for February 27th. And we told ourselves that don't even worry, don't stress about it too much, because we know without a doubt that it's going to take 2 years until the product completely feels like it's all in one, from production to sales to the marketing to the completion of the product. It's all a 2-year learning path. So this is about 2 years, if not a little longer, on the gnome, and I think we've slowly made improvements that whole time. This new style of gnome feels like a complete gnome. None of those gnomes over there have anything on their hats. They're all simple, based color, beautiful designed, well thought out color palettes. Tonight we're going to be doing some custom ones that will be for sale on the show. Everything's still good over there, Bess, on the
Yep,
stream.
everything's looking good.
About how if anyone bought one of those older gnomes, they're more valuable now.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that gnome that Jake and Michelle showed early on in the show today, the very original one that's got the little tattoo water droplet, teardrop below its eye.
Oh, yeah.
Let me show you guys this. This guy must have been in prison or something.
He's seen some
See
stuff.
it right there? That little teardrop right there? He's a gang gnome. And it was one of the first. And if you got one of the very first gnomes, these things are collectible, they're rare.
Absolutely.
And they're constantly evolving, as you see. You know, Jake can't be making as many gnomes as he's making without them evolving, which is a really cool process. He's putting the schnoz on this one right now.
That's actually the second part now, and the reason the beards became so incredible is because they're a 2-part beard stacking situation.
It's a double-decker beard, just like a bus.
Exactly.
That's
Buses
a
only
good,
get more epic with the more layers.
Yeah, if I would have made the gnome, I would have had a completely different way of putting the beard on, which is not evolved along the way that Jake's evolved it. But nothing wrong with that. But these are some gnarly looking twists, I'm telling you. I remember back in the day, gosh, when Michelle and I were just starting to blow glass in the early 90s, we would go out and take workshops, and that's right when Lino Tagliapietra came to America and started blowing glass, and he was doing these Tutti Pooty cherubs, they called them, and he was doing the cherub hair just like Jake's doing the beard. It was really cool. These little tiny babies, all gold leafed, and they're climbing all over the branches.
I know the
and
ones
stuff.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Call them Tutti Pooties.
Cherubs.
Cherubs, yeah, little babies.
Dale
Yeah.
Bahuli. No, I just kind of forgot to indent his bottom here. It's kind of like...
So he's what he's doing right there is he's indenting the bottom with the taglia, the metal paddle, just so that when the gnome sits on the table, it doesn't scratch or rock. It sits nice and flat. It's really important to do that, because if you had to cold work that, polish and grind the bottom of this gnome after the fact when it comes out of the annealing oven, you'd be bumming.
Not cool.
It's a lot of work. It's much easier to work the glass and get it correct and dead nuts when it's hot, not when it's cold. All right, so Oliver's getting his hair worked on right now, which is looking pretty
You gotta take a
good.
little time for some of this here.
Your mic just was so low that
Okay, I apologize to everyone.
Well, I mean, if Oliver's voice sounds much more manly and like chest from the chest resonating, it's because his microphone is 2 feet long, hanging down, sticking on his chest.
This whole time, my voice has been like this.
All right, a little bit of water up on the neck.
The other really cool thing about this 2-part beard application and the growth of the beard is that we've gotten it to the point with all these tendrils that you can actually decide whether the wind is coming from the east or the west with this new style of beard.
So are you saying that there could actually be a symbolic breeze blowing the beard one way or another?
That's right, and if you are a custom order recipient, we have about 20 of these flowers. We're not going to use them all tonight. If someone wants a custom order with a flower on the gnome's head, you can request, thanks Oliver, the beard.
Well, that wouldn't be something that
going
would
to the
go
left or
into
the right.
Those flower gnomes isn't something that's going to go into production, right? We're just going to make so many of them and that's it, one and doneers.
Exactly, that's all we got.
So we're going to have a limited quantity of these, and that's what I was talking about earlier about them being collectible, you guys. When people are like, oh yeah, if you want to see how the flower came about, look at show number 252 and you'll see, and that's going to be it. You know, we're going to make them here probably for the next week or week and a half, and then we're going to be done with the little flowers, and that's going to be part of everyone's collection if they have one.
Look at that spot for the schnoz.
And lace is on his boots. That's
Jake,
right, I remember
yes.
that,
Do you
you
want a
guys.
pink
And
or an
that's it.
iris
That's the way
nose?
I
Your
rolled
call.
back then when I was making some of the beginning gnomes. Boots with laces. I think they might even have been like Doc Martens.
I do want to tell everybody it is 6 o'clock, so
By 6 o'clock, do you mean 6:30?
You guys, it has been such a long day. I come here after work at my full-time job in the morning, so my brain's a little shot. I apologize for you to stick with me.
Bonus hours.
Yes. So yeah, it's 6:30.
Can you marble that to a cylinder and bring the soup? And then, Dad, would you go for that shape for the hat?
Yes, I shall. What color are we going for? Orange?
We've got orange, black, and we've got a golden nose right now. So we're probably looking for something in one of the rest of those colors over there.
How about pink?
Sounds great.
I
Probably
like
like that big.
I see.
Faux show. This is going to be a great
It
shot,
all-
Mom.
Yes, it is.
The schnoz is going to be large and it's going to be in charge. Watch this. Stick it right into the crevice. The schnoz crevice. Now it's still really hot. As soon as it's cooled down, it's not going to flow like a gnome's nose. So I'm going to give it a super heat here, touch it very minimally, and just let it sag. Yeah, sounds good.
Elizabeth, yes, we did go over the table once, but don't worry, it is live, so you can check it out on the website. You can also see it. We will be going over it in just a little bit again.
That's a big old schnoz. Would love to hear who's new on the show tonight, you guys, and where you're watching from. It's a beautiful thing that we're here on show number 252, and we've been getting new viewers. We've been having beautiful things happening. People watch from all over the world. If you guys are brand new to the show, if this is the first time you've seen us sculpt a gnome, let us know. Let us know. But if anything, let us know where you're watching from, because it's really cool to see what the deal is.
We've got Patty here from Dearborn Heights, right down Goalie, right by us.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Sweet.
Like Jake said, if you guys want to put your city in there, we do love seeing where you guys come from.
All right, this is going to get serious. This is where it all goes down.
We've been asked, there's no nostrils.
Will you jump over and I'm going to slide on this side. Nostrils are a specialty request, folks. I can't grab it at all.
We've got Rebecca, who was born in Holly, Michigan, but is now watching from Boca Raton, Florida.
Woo! Wow.
Looking
That's
good.
insane.
It's crazy, especially if you guys didn't see that, there was a little bit of wax on the shears that Jake was using, so it was real slippery for him to even grab the pipe. It was slippery. It's very important to make sure that you keep the tools clean. So I'm going to hit these puppies up while he's doing it and make sure that I warm them up with the hot glass and let that burn off so he doesn't have any issues with it.
Yeah, it almost caused some treachery, but Chris understood the situation and Chris was able to hold steady and even was pushing down a little bit when I would have probably been grabbing the pipe and pushing down, and so it really turned out incredible.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And watch this, folks. Watch when I take this off. Nice and clean. It's very important to make sure that there's no wax on the pipe.
Thanks, Seth.
The pipe, the tools, only the diamond shears can have wax on them. So I think what you're preparing for, the gold rim.
Yes.
Every hat has a band.
Every hat, I think, has a brim.
Yeah. That too.
You know?
Trying to get it a little more even. I'm just overthinking it, but it's looking really good. So we're going to get the band on there, and then we're going to be switching up and putting on a flower right into the side of this guy's situation. A little less shape on the next one.
You give a little squash to the band or the brim of the hat here. And it's looking good. It's got a really nice looking look. It comes down over the nose, covering the eyes, because gnomes are magical. You guys don't know that. I just want to let it out of the bag. They're magical. And they don't need to see. That's why their hats are always over their eyes, because they can just get around any way they want.
Bright orange, two-tone orange on the bottom. We got a black belt, iridescent gold nose. That's a transparent gold band as well, Oliver brought over, and then a bright pink hat on there. And so now we're gonna have to make a judgment call as to what color flower and what size flower is gonna look the best. Oliver was really thinking ahead here. He's got the pieces lifted up, getting a little extra heat on those flowers. He's looking to get them to just over 1,000 degrees.
You gonna put a stickum bit on or no?
I didn't think I was going to. You think I should?
Right.
I think I'm just gonna
No, I don't
blast
think
it
you
in the
need
side.
to. Now, we were talking a little bit. We're gonna see this flower go right on the right spot wherever Jake wants it to go on the brim of the hat. We were kind of talking about the transparency of the hats.
All right, Oliver.
And
All right.
if the hat was completely transparent, the gnome would be able to see through it with his eyes. And I kind of want to ask a loyalty question out there to our customers today, you guys. If you were playing hide and seek when you were
Yellow,
a kid,
red.
and somebody
Thank you.
put a blindfold on you, and you could see right through it,
Dude, that
So
looks
nice.
so sweet.
if you could see through the blindfold, would you see where everybody was hiding, or would you close your eyes under the blindfold and play the
Be
game correctly?
honest.
That's right. Be honest. What would you do? Because I think it's happened to a lot of us. I remember it happening to me when I was a kid.
And
Torch that punty if you want, Jake. Torch the punty. There you go. We do have something to say about jumping gnomes.
I'm so tired of jumping gnomes. Why are they so rambunctious? Go for it. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even lift it off anything. It just jumped. He literally jumped.
Doctor him up, baby. Doctor him up. You saw it, folks, right here on the gathering point. Another world famous jumping gnome.
I know. Whose home is this guy going to? These guys are freaking not rare anymore.
What gnome home is it going to?
Oh my golly gee. Now the trick for me at this moment is going to be heating up the tip to pull it out and shape the hat without overheating it too deep and melting out that flour we just applied onto the body.
Well, if you want,
I would
Jake,
recommend
you can take some,
torch
take some
it.
deep flashes and
Thanks, Oliver.
Nothing left.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
So really, he survived perfectly, folks, except for the end of his little sharp hat, which they're working on right now. But let's see if we can get in there. Look at that flower. That thing is sweet looking.
Yeah.
You know what I like about that flower too, since we were talking about if you wanted to put a stickum bit on there or not, Jake, was if you would put a stickum bit, the flower would have been sticking off.
Dangerous.
And then those really fragile, tasty little petals that
Are they
takes all
edible?
the time to do
think I'm
would
gonna
melt
go for
in,
it.
and they wouldn't look as nice and fragile. So putting that right on is great. I think you could probably roll the end of that right in some frit too. If you heat it up right.
Little bonus pink.
Yeah, well, you know, you just want to make sure that it's got a good coating on that end, because when you draw out the end, you
a
guys,
little more torch action.
Yeah.
it
then I'll go right in
lightens
the
up the
color.
pink, and we want that pink to be nice and consistent in the color. I mean, it wouldn't look bad if it was a little bit lighter, but I think it's going to look nice if you put a little bit on there, Jake.
I agree. Beautiful.
Ooh, I like it.
A gnome with a story.
I'm trying to work the camera a little bit slower, folks. It's not my fault that Jake made me do a shot of espresso with him right before the show. But so I did get a little rambunctious flinging this thing around, but I'm really trying to take it nice and easy.
It's important to have rituals.
I think we're looking pretty good.
A little curve on it.
Little bend on the end.
So is that from the wind?
Well, I guess I didn't look at the wind of the beard.
No,
but
that's matching.
it's kind of matching, yeah.
If you have the beard blowing one way and the hat blowing the other, that gnome is going to be confused.
It's proof that they're magical, really.
Oh, he is tight.
Shall we give them a little bling bling and see what it do?
I think we give him a
So
little
you got
bling
what?
bling.
The metallic iridescent color around the brim of the hat
And schnoz.
and the schnoz. Oh,
Coming to a camera angle near you right in 1 second.
he's sharp. I love that flower.
Flower
It'd be
looks
kind of
amazing.
cool to have multiple flowers all over the head.
The Peacekeeper gnome.
Yeah,
That's
like
a pretty
the
good idea.
master- The master gnome.
Should we do it?
On this one,
Ask people what they think. Activate the chat.
long as he's on there securely, it's not all rambunctious, ready to jump.
Well, it reminded me that we got to stamp them too, so I got to do at least that. But we are not. I didn't know if we were going to do another flower one or not because we were going to work with the copper leaf next.
Well, I think 3 on there would be nice.
All right, let's
I
go
mean,
for it.
It makes them a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it to have it one of a kind with 3 on there, like haphazardly on his, like he crawled out of a flower patch or something.
I agree. What do you guys think? Put that in the chat. Let us know if we should do it. I got the stamp on the back side now. Nice and clean, right on the belt. That's how you know it's made by us.
Yeah, if we get a few comments that say you
Think
want
we're gonna go
3
for
flowers on the hat,
Some
we're
flowers.
going for it.
Unless people say no. Right now we got 1 flower on there. You start to solidify.
We got Becky saying yes, more flowers.
Becky, thank you. Let's do it.
He only needed 1, you guys, but keep them coming. Here comes Oliver
Excuse
with
me.
the
I didn't realize
batch.
you were doing
You're gonna go for a light one.
Maybe a yellow one.
Yep. There's dos,
Oh,
and then you got 1. You gotta put
Purple
1 around the back.
yeah.
We're getting a lot more votes now for 3 flowers, so
I'll be ready for you.
I knew these guys out there would be saying 3 flowers. I could sense it.
But what does Sharon and Dawn think?
Yeah. Maybe Carrie. Did Carrie comment?
yes, Carrie says go for it.
Oh, Boston must not be playing tonight. She wasn't distracted.
Carol says do it.
That is the coolest gnome we may have ever made.
Sharon says 3 flowers is a hat trick.
Darn right. Look at that.
Very cute.
Who is it?
That's nice.
Super clean. All right, now let's do a quick bling bling and we'll get it out of
Do
here.
another blingification?
And we have to do another blingification, you guys, because when you go back and reheat once you've blinged it in the reduction atmosphere, if you go back when the reduction's not happening, it actually burns off the iridescence and you have to bring that precious iridescence metals back to the surface again. And this is looking good.
Yep, that is a
Even though
top-notch situation.
It's got beautiful connection points. Still want to make sure that we melt that little chip on the putty off the bottom so that it's nice and smooth. Nobody wants to have a rough edge on their bottom.
No, that is the worst.
That hurts.
Yeah. No fun for anybody. He's working it.
We all know what needs to happen. Only smooth bottom though.
Yep. Right by the schnoz. Guys may get a sneak peek of what's to come February 27th if you get a shot into the box.
Oh, look at those guys. Their beady little eyes looking at you.
The herd.
Is a bunch of sheep called a herd? Or is a bunch of sheep called something else? I mean, a bunch of orangutans are called a congress.
Right. And
So-
a bunch of grapes is
A bunch.
a bunch. So when you do the
We
math
went,
there,
we went from orangutans to grapes.
It's a flock.
Flock.
a flock
Oh.
of sheep, right
That's
in the
right.
middle.
I don't think
I don't think
so.
it's a flock of geese.
It's definitely a flock of geese. Oh boy!
I'm not exactly sure what a bunch of geese
It's a
are called.
gaggle.
A gaggle of
A
geese?
gaggle of geese.
A gaggle of.
You
Anyway,
guys prep for the next.
yeah. What's a group of gnomes called? Because we've
Man.
got them over here.
There's something about a group of gnomes,
There's
I
your
bet.
notice of the old version, but we're trying to figure out what color is going to be represented on the website. And let us know in the comments, you guys. We're looking for market research. Do you like straight ribs like that on the body? Do you like them all green? Do you like the pink nose? What about a gold nose here? Or the
Can you
swirl body, the thick
Talk
belt?
to- you know what happened with the beards is Jake's been working on sheep,
Look at this.
and so he recognized this new pattern for the beard.
Totally.
And so these gnomes are a little bigger.
Bigger, more glass, better symmetry, better beards. Check out some of these
says,
color patterns.
Gosh, the gnome beards have really morphed into some awesome swirls.
Haven't they? I mean, they've changed. They've been beautiful all the time. But hopefully you guys can see what we're talking about. I mean, look at each lock of hair. I mean, you can tell how old this guy is. Got the purple ones. We're more than definitely going to have a purple one on the website. But if you're not buying one, just let us know in the chat. Do you like number 1? Do you like number 2?
Cost us anything.
Like
That's
number
tonight's
3?
question. Help us choose what is your favorite color of the gnomes. You want to get them on the list?
Looks like a couple of the blue ones are already gone and pulled off the table so far. Blue may be a top seller.
Okay, so I don't have a mic on tonight. I hope you can hear me. Let's walk over to the snail table for a second.
Snail table, ah yes.
One of the things I want to mention is that we set the trends. I know you guys didn't know this, but if you're watching now, you guys are trendsetters. I went to California with Chris, and snails are everywhere. And you see this little widget thing that Jake bought. It's like a fidgeter thing, but what is it? It's a snail. But when did we start making snails? About 2 years ago?
They're hot. They're hot.
And we made gnomes, and now gnomes are super trendy. And what did you just make in there? Sheep. So what's
sheep
next?
trendy?
Sheep are going to be trendy. And mark my words, we set those trends.
Hey, when Michelle says mark her words, you guys mark them. I don't know exactly how you mark a word, but maybe
Use
with
a
a check
Sharpie.
mark or something, a
You
Sharpie
mark
so it
it.
doesn't wear off.
Yeah.
But listen, you're going to make
Listening.
another gnome, and this one you're going to be sticking a heart on the hat.
Okay.
But before you do that, I want to try open heart that I've never done before.
Sweet.
It's pretty cool. So I'm
And
gonna
then maybe we can talk about and explain some of the leaf, and you could tell them the history of that a little bit.
love it.
Because nobody's ever seen either gold, silver, or copper leaf, a metal type situation like this on our show before. Have you guys seen it in any other videos anywhere? Do you know what the applications of paper thin, able to float in the air, leafed metal is, Oliver?
While people are thinking on that, can I interrupt you and switch gears for a brief moment?
Bust it open wide.
I just want to give a shout out to Melody on the YouTube side of things. She just made her first time chat ever for the Glass Academy and all that.
Bring it on
And
home,
as
Melanie.
we call people who watch and do not chat, that's known on the internet as a lurker, and I'm a big time lurker myself.
Certified lurker over
Certified
here.
lurker over here. I understand that first time
You're a
chat is
lurker?
scary. And Melody, I appreciate you making your first time chat with us. It's good to see you here. Good
Is
to
that
have
on
your
YouTube
support.
or is that on Facebook?
It's on the YouTube side of things. She's watching on the TV.
Love
so
to see that.
We'd love to see that, Melody. Thank you for watching today.
And shouts out to everyone on YouTube, folks. You know we stream equally on both accounts. It's really great to see familiar and unfamiliar names on both accounts.
But I will take down comments.
All right. Check this out here, Shell.
We
Whoa.
had the big religious comment on YouTube. I took down.
So Chris just actually did what's called a...
Craziness.
Phenomena.
That's what it is, folks.
Oh, it's the phenomenal move.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's just the same style. If you join us, if you missed the beginning of the show, you may not have seen, or you may have saw last week the style of open heart that was made. Right off the bat, I can notice he's got more glass than I had going in the beginning, but he put 2 lines in it, and it's flat. It looks like a ribbon right now instead of being a round, twisted, symmetrical, rope-like situation. Look at this. Oh, baby.
It's like twilling. Paper twilling. Got a comment there.
Paper twilling.
Yeah, paper
I remember what paper twilling is.
I don't know what twilling is at all. Someone tell me what twilling
I will
is.
bring in a book next
Twilling, yeah, bring in a book and we could play with it. But twilling is like,
flat piece of paper.
yep, I remember playing with it when I was a kid. You have all these bright colored flat pieces of paper, but do they have any metal in them, or is it just paper? It's just paper, and you use this like stick to thread the paper in the end, and you could twist the stick. You turn it like a blowpipe, and it swirls it up into like, you make coils and you make different
could twill it?
designs and line them all up. I think you technically do twill it.
That's the same as what you do with metal, but that's called cloisonne.
Exactly.
You said it's called poisoning?
cloisonne.
Colloisoning. Okay.
Has anybody ever twilled out there before?
I'm gonna bring in a book that's like insane.
Are you a twiller?
Now Pam's calling it quilling with a Q, but you're saying twilling. With
That's not Pam from Australia, is it? Because that would make a lot of sense.
Different Pam.
All right, that's Pam. I was thinking Pammy. It could be anything. Words change from region to region.
Words change from reason to region.
All right, he's going for the snip. He's got half the heat. He's going for the tuck, and this is actually looking really tasty. A secondary style of open heart. Oh, yeah. That connection there is just enough that it sticks so it doesn't fall apart when he reheats it here, but not too much that it just squishes together and you got tweezer marks all over it.
Nope, I just wanted to come by, Jake. I don't have a mic, so you know what we discovered the other day? When you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on the TV, it's like you're watching the History Channel or like Pickers, but we get to answer your questions. So like I really encourage you to put something in the chat. If it's something you don't know or don't understand, I guarantee there's someone else who doesn't know it. But how often, like you can put us on YouTube and you can be asking us questions in the chat. It's like talking to your TV.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, that's kind of cool looking, and it's more of a ribbon, a beautiful like ribbon that you might make a ribbon for a present or something like that. It's definitely got a cool texture to it. So I'm gonna try to do that same thing that Jake did. I don't have to reduce mine though. Mine's bright red. Mine's gonna be knocked off. I'm just gonna fire polish the end and be done with her. But I think it's pretty neat. What is?
The hard knocking it off, the first person that did it was Louis. Ooh, the shadows.
Remember, that's going to be bright red. If you guys are new to the show, when we're blowing glass here, all the color, this is still about 1,000, maybe 1,200 degrees, and so the colors aren't going to look true, especially
Such
reds.
a fancy way to polish off the bottom.
Super tech.
Intentionally
gorgeous
leave
piece.
yourself a little coat hook.
How recreatable are these, Chris? Do you think we're going to put multiple of these on the website?
Oh yeah, they're recreatable for sure.
See, that's that price. Then we're violent.
So the pink 3-flower gnome that you guys just finished is live.
Live.
So good luck to you guys with fast fingers. See who gets it first.
You heard it here.
Back to Gnomeville.
A great place to be.
That's right. We're gonna be doing the gold leaf kind of explanation and process and all that after this particular gnome, right? Which is gonna have the solid heart. And then when you get done with him, then we'll do the gold leaf one, and our silver leaf we're gonna be using, which is gonna look really cool.
We want to do a shot glass one too.
Oh.
So what if we use silver leaf and put the heart on it?
A double whammy?
Woo.
Can we cram that much into a single gnome?
We just put 3 flowers on one.
The other thing too is that I don't know. We might have enough time. What time is it? 5 to 7. Because we got the shot glass gnome, which is going to be the rowdy gnome. And then we've got the one that you were just talking about. So we can put it on the hat, or we can put the heart on its chest if we wanted to, so that the silver leaf shows off. Whatever you like, my friend, because you're making them.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this stuff right here. And Dad, you want to break it down? I've never particularly laid out any type of leaf for myself, either as Oliver, and I know you've worked with it many times before. I believe that's the copper, and we got 2 packs of silver.
I'm going to take a step away from the comments and watch this closely, because I want to learn here too.
Yeah.
The way I like working the leaf is you definitely don't want to be working it away from your gold leaf box, which is right here, guys. Check it out. Completely official.
That's the Windshield 3000, kind of like the bench.
Yeah, you can order these on Amazon. Really amazing.
They usually come with some other thing that you purchase, though.
A little bonus action.
Yeah.
It's a wind protector. Because the wind protector, this stuff is so thin and so fragile.
Windy in here?
It's thinner than a leaf.
It's hardly windy
I mean,
here,
it's
but
not
when we
windy
walk
in
by,
here,
wind does arise.
But hopefully these guys, let's take a look up here close, Shell. They did it, which is great. I love it when they give us an extra piece, because this is what I use to, I'll show you guys the gold leaf first. Here it comes. I mean, silver leaf. Here it comes. Look at that. Beautiful, 100% pure silver, but you have an extra one of these to pull off, and then you take that and you crinkle it up into a little smudging special, and that's what you move the leaf around with. So come on over here and I'll show you, because I don't want to take it off this pad unless it's underneath the protector here. So Michelle's in here. Watch how this goes, and I'll put, what, 2 of them out for you, Jake?
Yeah, I think 2 would be cool. You're going to be scooping it up on the hat, so that's up to you.
Okay, now watch how I do this. I use my little smudger. There goes one. Here we go. Ooh, and it's already blowing because Michelle's got a lot of air going on. Now I'm going to put the second one out. Once you get it off, you kind of get it where you want it, hold it down with your smudger and slide it off. There we go.
You got to work that smudger.
And you can use the smudger to get them lined up. Watch.
Why do you want them lined up?
Well, no, because they do break up a little bit once you pick them up, but I'm going to be rolling it, and I want them to be completely rolled up on the whole hat, so the hat's got the bling bling going on. So we're good. That thing's looking tasty. So now we're going to, Jake's going to do his thing. Oliver's going to do his thing.
Open the furnace, will that air cause it
Well, the furnace is open, and we're not going to mess with the door, but if, let's just hypothetically say that Oliver decided to turn the hood up to like 11, which is 1 higher than 10.
That is 1 more than 10.
It could suck the leaf right out the top of the hood.
What color were those hearts? They were red, weren't they?
They were red.
All right, we're going to do a pink. This is going to be pink and silver and red-hearted.
Yeah,
No.
I went through a phase where I was doing a lot of Venetian glass, which has a lot of gold leaf on it. And a buddy of mine, Jeff Mack, who now is one of the main high rollers at Corning Museum of Glass in Corning, New York, him and I were blowing glass all the time with gold leaf. And we put out like 15 sheets of gold leaf on the table. And I remember one time I just put out literally 15 sheets of gold leaf.
It's not expensive, is it?
It's very expensive, and I mean that would probably be about like $50 worth of gold leaf. And somebody opened the back door and walked in, and all of it just blew all over the floor. And once
Jesus.
it blows up and lands on the floor, it just crinkles into tiny little globs, and you can't use it for anything. So it's pretty much just a waste.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have the super box.
Well,
So-
that's why. Yep, go ahead.
Is it tricky to work with? Like I know, like, compare like black to yellow. There's a big difference in how stiff that color is. Is there a big difference that having that silver leaf on there makes for the glass, or is it just so thin that
It's so thin that it really, silver, gold, both of those leaves don't really affect the malleability of the glass. But the longer and the more you reheat them, the more it burns off and gets lighter.
Okay.
Kind of
So-
like the sparkle glass that we've been working with.
Yeah, and I was telling somebody this today. I was actually talking to Rita, who's my gallery manager at the gallery up in Ann Arbor, and I was telling her about like the coefficient of expansion with different colors and ink compatibility and stuff like that, and how you can actually burn out enough of the precious minerals in a color that it becomes incompatible. I was telling her about those marinis I made and how the center of them was incompatible and they were
Yeah.
cracking. But what people don't realize is that all those colors that we have on our shelf over here, hundreds of colors, we have to do compatibility tests with those to make sure that those colors expand and contract at the same speed and temperature as our clear crystal, which is very important. So,
Well, how many people remember the jumbo gnome we made for show 150 or 200?
Yeah.
That one was non-compatible, and that thing exploded.
yeah,
Like my
whoa, microphone on the shoulder, folks. You got it?
Yeah.
Can I show everybody real quick the giant gnome on top of the thing up here, you guys? Even though we're making gnomes, I want to bring
Don't
over.
forget to show them our new friend up there as well.
Oh yeah, we've got a gnome here on top of the hood. Furnaces. Now we're going up on top of the hood. Check it out. There he is. This one was done on was it the 100th show, Jake? He's a big one, guys. He's probably about 2 feet tall. He's a beast.
Real light.
But then, watching over him as his
Beautiful.
protector is the buzzard.
No, buzzer.
And there it is, the buzzard, guys. He's up there making sure that we actually do have cameras in his eyes.
That's why they're
Whoa.
glowing. Look at that nicely painted ceiling.
Yeah, the ceiling. Jake, you got.
So there was something else that we were getting back to talking about. Why can't you touch it?
If I touch that silver leaf with my finger, it would stick to my finger and then it would be completely shot because it would all build up. Like you could touch it and it would just completely like just suck to your hand, and then you wouldn't be able to get it off until you like washed it off, and it would be horrible. You'd ruin it. It's just a waste. I mean, I think in that one 007 movie, they gold leafed that one lady, and she died.
For real?
They covered her whole body with gold leaf, and they used this pigment for the movie, so she was the gold lady, and it blocked all the breathing of her skin and killed her.
No way.
That was before Sean Connery, otherwise he would have been liable.
That one went over my head.
But it's just the gold leaf, you don't want it on your skin. You only want it in like your gold slogger. You know what gold slogger is, don't you,
Some
Jake?
type of beer.
No, gold slogger is a liqueur that's got
The
gold leaf
flakes.
in it.
It's super fancy.
Fancy chocolate, you're right. Yep, I do like that. All right, passing it off.
Did you say there were a couple questions that we needed answered, Mom?
Yeah, one was the how long you've been blowing glass before you get all your novels.
Ah. Well,
How long have you been blowing glass? Jake's been blowing glass for about 2 weeks now, folks.
Yeah.
And he's really putting his time in.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
No, he's been blowing glass for a long time. I just told somebody this story, you guys. When Jake and Lucy, our kids were, and Jacob's my son, when they were babies, we had this big Tupperware container in the living room that was filled with instruments, musical instruments that they could take, go crazy and play them and everything. And he had a gourd, a big gourd that had 2 holes inside of it that was, you rub the stick on and it made the noise. Well, instead of rubbing the stick on it, Jake would take the stick and put it in the hole of the gourd and turn it like a
drumstick.
like a blowpipe, like he was doing it. And I remember just looking at him. Look what he's doing. He's blowing glass, folks. He's only 2 years old, a year and a half. backpack where we were blowing glass with the baby on our back. It was pretty
Impressive.
cool.
Yep.
We do have another gold leaf question. They said, is the gold leaf that you guys are using the same as the gold leaf that is used on cakes?
Yeah.
It is. It is the same gold leaf. I think that though they have like gold leaf spritzer that they'll use on cakes, and you can actually airbrush with a water soluble fixative. You can airbrush gold leaf as well.
And the reason that I didn't use or didn't buy silver and or buy any gold leaf, I bought silver and copper to start here, is because they were out of gold leaf.
It's an okay reason, I guess.
Yeah, it's a really good reason. That's only part of the reason, though. But because those other ones are half the price of gold. You guys know gold's coming up on $2,000 an ounce. And for us to experiment, and especially if after this show, Oliver and Matt and I go into a production day, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and we start implementing this into any of the products we have, or just making one-off mugs and drinkware and whatnot, it just doesn't make sense, and you got to think that way as a small business for us to experiment with one of the most expensive materials on the market.
And Matt and I have been talking about experimenting with just silver alone for quite a while now. I'm very excited to have an opportunity to have some in the shop.
Absolutely. Just changes things up and keeps them fresh, and we like it for the live show as well. Because all we really want is to be fresh.
I know nobody else out there just counted how many curly locks were coming off that beard, but I just did, and I know. And if anyone wants to take a guess and get it right, I'd give you the old hee-ho.
Can't look.
Celebration, but there is a certain number. But I was going to also say, Jake, that we weren't out of gold leaf.
Oh, good.
It's all in my desk drawer.
Well, I figured that was your gold leaf for your projects.
Yeah.
So if we do get around to needing it, we'll pull some from yours.
Yeah.
Did we just find some free gold leaf?
Yeah, I think you said free gold leaf.
What?
All right. So after this, Oliver's going to be bringing over a schnoz. You're going for a pink of some sort to match the body. Nice hat, exactly like the last one that you brought. Watch how hard I give this the push.
I think maybe the
No
hat
jumping
with the
gnomes.
silver leaf on it should be iris, and then the red. It'd be nice.
If you think that that's going to look good with the leaf, I trust that judgment.
Yes.
Sounds great.
So I'm going to be getting that ready. Shaw's going to make sure got to be that leaf up.
Absolutely.
So you got to put the nose and stuff on first, right?
Yeah, we're going to put the schnoz on, and then that's pretty much we'll be ready. I mean, by the time he brings the schnoz, you could probably get it started up. And, Mom, I would kind of prioritize what Dad's doing over there by the clear furnace as he gets this queued up. Maybe even, well,
I'm just chilling out over here thinking about how big the schnoz is going to be.
you're going to get the gold on there and then go back over there?
Yeah.
We've had one guess so far on beard twists. So you guys want to
Only
get
one
your guesses
beard
in.
twist
How many?
guess?
One. So we've got one guess for 14 beard twists.
Wow, who guessed that?
Pam.
Pam, darn close. No one else guessed, but I'll tell you
Gold,
what it is. It was
pink.
13.
All right.
She might have used her rewind mode.
Not the rewind mode.
Is there rewind mode on?
No, but I
on,
have heard of the newest upgrade of AI allows you to count beard tendrils.
Really?
You just ask them and they tell you instantly.
Interesting.
So they could have been using the AI internet action. No nostrils, unless this was a custom order. I'm not particularly a fan of the nostrils.
We did that one
Chris
giant
is.
gnome that one time, right? That had a big ooze dripping out of the nostril.
Oh,
Remember
the
that?
monster gnome?
Yeah.
I do, with like the raindrop of goo coming out of it.
Right. All right. You're getting. I'm gonna gather up the.
All right.
just so you guys know, that heart that Chris made, we're gonna wait until the annealer reveal for that one, per Michelle. It's a little different than what we've tried with some other hearts, so we want to kind of wait to see how it turns out, and we'll go from there, and Jake will give you more info on Thursday.
I think it might be a more premium one. That's a new style that we've never tried before. Chris put those lines in, it was flat, it was cooling down quicker, so I want to make sure it comes out correct, and then we'll put up multiple of those during the annealer reveal and have some time to mull over the value of a product like that.
There we
Wow,
go.
that's crazy. I almost had my mic cord wrapped up in the blowpipe.
Really?
Yep. But I survived.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, it's better than the blow hose, you guys. That's what they call them in Cali. They call them blow hose.
Who?
Other glass blowers that don't use a blow hose.
Oh.
All right, so I got 2 coats on here. Before I do anything else, I'm going to go over here. Michelle, you want to follow me to pick up this leaf?
A tender hand here.
Very nice.
On there, we're looking good. I'm going to try to get it a little flat for Jake.
I'll be ready as soon as you are.
All right, I'm coming over to heat it up.
I think the rest of the silver leaf just hit the floor over there, Oliver.
All right, I'm ready when you are, Jake.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm right here.
Be careful picking that leaf up, Oliver.
Oh my
Carol
God,
mentioned
that
she
looks
absolutely loves the swirl in the body.
good. Me too, Carol. Wow. Woo! That is sweet.
And I still got a little bit on there. Check it out.
Kind of looks like a wrapped Hershey kiss.
It does. It totally does.
It always stays solid.
It was a very like alligator snake skin.
Mm-hmm.
Save it in the garage. Do something. Make the heart up.
All right, I'm gonna need a nice band over here.
All right, you're bringing the band.
Gold band.
Wow, that looks incredible.
There was a little bit of that leaf left on there, and if I would have heated it up enough to get it malleable to make a heart out of it or something, it would have just melted the leaf away.
Yeah, so what's my working temp here, and how careful do I need to be about burning?
You're not going to be, unless it jumps off again, which I know you're going to be torching that punny, he'll be fine.
Okay. Boy, that is a premium gnome. That's ridiculous.
Chris, is that silver leaf something that's like you can encase pretty easily?
Silver leaf, you can't really encase gold or silver leaf because if you encase it, it ends up burning away and you don't really see it. So it's got to be on the
breaks down
surface.
too much.
Yep.
I love the crease of no silver and then the little bit of overlap too.
Mm-hmm.
Super tight. I'll take it just like that when you get it ripping. Thanks.
You want to eat down your punny or are you okay?
I think it's okay.
I would. Oh, you already stamped it back. Okay.
Yes. Thanks for thinking of that. Look at that crease.
So while you're putting that on, you're also kind of thinking about where you're going to put that
Flour.
the heart, right?
Heart, right. Oh yeah, look at the soup. This is like a nice broccoli cheddar.
Down that.
That
and
was perfect,
You
Oliver.
can see, you know what? You might be able to get some type of optical effect on the silver underneath that iris. So you're going to go up with that just because that heart is a little bit thicker than those flowers. So you're going to hold it up to get a little extra heat in it.
Got it.
And then Jake to grab it.
Wow.
And I would come to Jake. Let's see. If you
The first of its
Bottom of the
kind,
heart's
folks.
face.
it's going to be
Towards me.
upside down, so I would just
And we
set it on the
haven't
bench
even
this
put a
way.
heart on it
Like
yet.
walk up, stand in front of him, and set it that way, and that way it'll be lined up exactly.
I'm kind of getting like Wizard of Oz Tin
You
Man
got
vibes now.
totally.
Wizard
Should
of
I
Oz,
get
like
the
Tin
grabbers
Man with the silver
or
hat.
tree grabbers for this round heart?
I think so.
It's a great question.
The thing about that is that I don't know how the grabbers will affect sticking it on, but you just get it
I
close.
think it'll be
and-
fine, yeah, and let it
Okay,
go
so-
and push it down.
Jake, you tell me when you're ready.
Hitting the body.
It's a bougie gnome.
Yeah, this is a bougie gnome. All right, Oliver.
Coming your way.
Dr. Jake. Dr. Jake.
Don't jump.
Flash
Oh my goodness gracious.
All right, quick reduction, then we knock him off.
Yes.
He's going to do it on his own. That's looking pretty darn good.
My mom is now requesting Wizard of Oz themed gnomes.
Can I give him the old putty cooker?
I think I'm just going to reduce it and we're going to get it off of there. Looks perfect. Reduction?
I don't think so.
All right, let's see. A
I
little
think
less
that
maybe
thing
just in
looks
case.
amazing.
Right there. Oh my.
That guy's got the little heart on the side. That's somebody's little Valentine treat. I'm
That's a
telling you.
premium gnome, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Put him away with this, don't you?
Probably.
Get a little more control. I want that bottom to touch the knockoff area.
Sleepy time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! It's gonna be a fast finger special here, folks. I can tell you that. First ever silver leaf. That's the first ever silver piece I've worked on, and Oliver, it sounds like too. First silver leafer.
First silver soft glass piece. That's incredible.
Put it in the record book, folks. Wow. And I love those flowers too.
Yeah.
That was tight.
Woo, that's beautiful, you guys.
Nice work,
What a
Oliver.
great Valentine's show. I love it. I love doing stuff that pushes us out of our comfort zone. That's
Something
what it's all
different.
about.
You
Big
know what we
time.
haven't mentioned yet is the new membership coming up here.
We're stand next to Jake.
Michelle's got something to say.
Jake's going to share his microphone with me. So here we are. Membership. We've got 2 levels. The funnel's being built, and what is a funnel? A funnel is the tech side that I don't want to do. Yes. Here's this cool deal, and then it funnels you down to a little landing page that kicks you to our website. Then you can sign up. We tried to get the tech done, but you have to give them like your Google password and your GoDaddy password and your Shopify password. And James did his best, but he wasn't able to pull it off by tonight. So hold on to your pants. Don't get too excited. You'll have plenty of time to sign up for the membership. Nothing will fall through the cracks. We just want you to know that it's coming down the pipeline. 2 levels. One is $8, one is $48. We're making the glass items that go with the membership levels because you're gonna get all these little fun perks.
Collectible items.
Yeah, and one of the biggest reasons, to be clear, if you didn't watch the video, is we wanted to bring the platform to our website, so it's easier for us to send out the coupons because your email will be in our system. Your mailing address will be in our system. We won't be hunting down the long lost cat email that we don't know who it belongs to or what their name is.
Just like you guys have an account on the Glass Academy website to begin with, when you have a membership, it'll be tied to that now. You'll have historical milestones that'll be reached. We'll be in constant contact with you. Collectible items. I mean, we got the coolest ideas for what's going to happen.
And they're
all kinds
all
of behind-the-scenes stuff.
Unique to the membership. So
Yeah.
they're not anything you can get anywhere else. You guys are our biggest fans, and we are trying. How can we give back exactly to you, the people who are our biggest fans, and the membership's the way to go. We're getting lots of people watching for everyone elsewhere else, but they didn't make the commitment that you guys made, so we've got some really cool things in the mix for you all.
going to be sweet. More details to come, more Q&As, all your answers. You guys know how to contact us, but just stay in the loop. We're building it up. We're working as fast as we can. Plus about 250 other projects around here, which are awesome projects going on, and things are moving.
They're moving. Just takes a little more time than blown glass sometimes.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
Go to housekeeping.
Yes, take it to housekeeping. Take it away. Do you want my mic for that? Do you need me to stick with you? Or Pastor's got it.
I
Pastor,
got
you're a
it.
champion.
All right, hello, everyone. Just checking my mic levels here real quick. I'm on, I'm good. All right, hi. So, got a couple things here. We've actually got 2 giveaways for this week. Question last week was Valentine's themed. I just want to show you guys something because I don't typically show this to you. I want you guys to see how many answers we get here, okay? Fronts and backs, and just a back. So that's 5 pages of answers. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for participating. We absolutely love it. But I love getting to read these, and I actually kind of went through while the guys have been working on stuff and starred a couple of my favorites I wanted to read. So our question last week was, when you were a kid, what was your favorite Valentine's tradition? And of course, we had a ton of people say their art projects in school. They loved being able to hand out Valentines to their classmates. One person said, I'm lucky my birthday is on Valentine's Day, so I got to take a box of conversation hearts for every kid in class. Still love them. Someone said, definitely going to the store and picking out a flimsy box of pre-made Valentine cards for my classmates, then being able to go through each one and pick just the right one for each classmate. Sometimes nice choices and sometimes not so nice choices were made. I understand that one. Let's see here. Someone said watching Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown, while they filled out their Valentines. Someone said their favorite memory was getting the conversation hearts. They hated most of the flavors, but they still ate them. Must have been a Valentine's Day tradition. Very cool. Let's see here. Someone said, my dad always made sure I had a box of chocolates for Valentine's Day. My dad did something very similar. I was a kid, still am the person who did not like chocolate. But my dad would get up early before going to work, and he would go out and he'd come home. He'd bring in flowers for my mom and then some sort of a candy or stuffed animal or something for me and my sister. So always loved having that. Let's see. There was one other one I really wanted to read. I'm looking for it. Aha, found this one. This one I love because this one is totally something that I still do. It says, my mom wouldn't buy chocolate hearts until the day after Valentine's Day because they were 50% off. And I still do it today. And I am the same way. The best time to get bags of your favorite candy is the day after Halloween. One more is they would make gingerbread cookies, which I never heard of as a Valentine's Day tradition. And I thought that one was very interesting. But they got to decorate them and then hand them out at school, which I thought was cool. Little Valentine's-themed gingerbread men. Our winner for the drawing says, we always made fancy boxes to put Valentines in for my classmates. And I always thought that was cool. I was homeschooled, so I never did that. But I always thought it was cool when people would get to make their own boxes, kind of like their own little mailbox for the day. So congratulations to our winner. The winner is going to get, Michelle's grabbing it for us, this beautiful Valentine's-themed drinking glass. Cute little heart embedded in there. Look at those swirls in there. Matches my nails again. So congratulations to Monica. Monica, you are going to get an email from Donna with instructions of either picking this up if you're local or being able to have this shipped to you. So keep an eye out for that email. Our next winner. Yes, so this is for the whole month of January. This is a giveaway for a gift certificate from our e-news contest, if you guys have been paying attention to those. So this will be for... Very cool. So if you guys can't hear Michelle, she said it's a new customer who actually found us through the show. So very, very cool. It's for a $100 gift card because we did it for a whole month. So congratulations to Diane. So, Diane, you'll be receiving that in an email as well, Diane. So kind of keep an eye out for that. I think that is all the housekeeping that I have. Do you have anything to mention, Michelle, before we turn it over? No. All right.
on?
You're back on.
I'm back on.
Are you back on?
Michelle,
That's
if you want to
right.
show the gnomes that are left over real quick.
I did want to look at them because what's going on with the perps? These are the ones I thought would sell first no matter what. Look at the OG Perps Classic with the optic twister situation.
What's going on, Don?
Don? No
calling
pressure,
people
Don.
out over here.
We know a lot of people love the perps. But this one's a mix of pink and perps, and we got our beautiful lavender up here.
See, this is what I like too. We thought purple would sell the best. And
Maybe that's not the one we should put on the website. It's true. Blues and browns I love. Clearly the greens aren't doing as well as the other ones.
What about this crimson one?
Ooh.
Crimson.
Did you
Terracotta?
see? They're right by the
Crimson's
book.
like red.
That's red. That's like a burnt terracotta crimson. And whenever you blow out crimson, it looks like that.
Interesting.
That's right.
All right.
So burnt, you almost might maybe call it brown.
I mean, terracotta and crimson are right up the alleyway from Southwest Red.
It's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all right
Kind of
there.
would blend in with your shirt,
That's right.
which is terracotta.
This one here or burnt orange.
Could
See
be.
how they all
Could
overlap?
be. All right, they're all in the same family. I get where you're going.
That's like that cube you get when you're trying to do your change the color of your text. And you hit orange and there's like a whole array of all
Oranges.
kinds of different oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
here
you got
comes
the XXX.
the whiskey.
Just to give you guys a time update, it is 7:30.
7:30 on the schnoz.
It's 7:30.
Does
Is it
everybody know what the
7:30 in
triple
anyone
X
else's
means
region?
when you're pouring it out into the Gnomes shot glass top? The triple X jug, and you need to make it a jug. Where's this? I'll make it a jug. Oh my gosh, like this. Now it's a jug. Maybe it needs to have a Rosetta foot on it. What? The gnome jug.
So now Oliver pulled out a really nice color. Honestly, one of my favorite colors. Right now we have a snail on the website that is made in this color. It's almost so light you can't even tell what it is, but this color is at the moment named Whiskey. It's a super light, transparent brown. It's a beautiful color to work with. I'm gonna put this down, and so the gnome's not completely transparent in the body, where you can't even see what's going on within him. We'll throw a little iris on top. Ooh, to give it a little
I
bit
gotta say, Jake,
yeah.
every time we break out whiskey, either you or Matt always make a point to tell me, like, man, I love this color so much. This is one of
Think
my
we're being
favorites.
sarcastic with you?
No, never. But every time you
Never.
break it out, it's like we forget how much we like it, and then it comes out, and you're both like, I love this one.
I guess it's because, and you guys will have to let us know what you think of it, I always think that it's too tame for the general public's color palette, perhaps.
What color is it?
It's whiskey. Like, it's almost like if you didn't watch the show and join us and with what's going on, you may not even know or think that there was that subtle little taste of whiskey upon the gnome's body.
You know, when you're talking about whiskey colors, I remember we tried to mix a color that was pretty darn close to whiskey, and it was called honey.
Mmm.
Because honey, certain colored honeys, not the, there's one with the M. What's that honey called with the M shell? The Ooga Ooga honey? What? Yeah, the Ooga Ooga honey.
Is that a Winnie the Pooh flavor?
But it's from a certain flower that comes out almost black, kind of like
Oh.
Manuka honey, maybe. But either way, we mixed some honey-colored amber that's just like whiskey. And the thing about it was that you needed to add. What do you think you needed to add to the batch, raw batch material when you mixed it and put it into the furnace? What do you think it was?
Let me take some guesses. Let the people guess, and I want to take a couple guesses here.
There was some special element. It wasn't an element. It was an item.
It,
We had to add.
it was an item. It wasn't an element.
Not an element, it was something that was not on the periodic table that our color guy at the time, Fred Sitting, who's this little guy, he's a master
Hello?
But you guys put that in the chat. What do you think that crazy thing was that we had to add into the batch of glass when we were
Good.
melting it to get it to turn amber?
Was it
So this is like you actually melted a pot of this color.
Right.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I really got nothing. I mean, I could throw out some
What up,
random
Tessa?
things, but
Rumor has it you're watching us. New acquaintance and friend of ours from upstate New York watching us. Welcome to the show, guys.
oh yeah.
I've got a guess.
What is it?
I have a guess. Is it based on anything? No, but it sounds sciencey. I bet you added sodium bicarbonate.
Wow.
Sodium bicarbonate.
Yup.
Is that in cornstarch?
Could be. It might be in baking powder.
No.
Or it might be in baking soda.
Not it. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Not.
Let me see if I can do it.
Man.
How about a pink belt?
You got it.
Went right down. Fast finger special. I can't wait to see who got that one. That one's going down in history. Great. I love it. So cool seeing where everyone's collections land. Everyone's got their own thing they're into, and we get to know you guys, whether you got one order or two orders, or you're just watching the show, commenting on what you like and what you don't like. We truly do get to know you here, and we got multiple people looking at the comments, but it's just really sweet. And then having some people come into town, and I've been coming in on the weekends. These guys teach classes on the weekends, and to meet you guys in person if you're nearby Dearborn, if you guys are local, or if you guys made the trip to come watch. It's really cool meeting you guys in person and just building this community the way that we are. Really sweet bonding over the material and the artistic energy like this.
So I always forget when we have new people watching the show that it's the first time they've seen the show.
Right.
So guys, we are at the gathering point. Just since the pandemic, what got us filming ourselves and allowing people to come into our lives. And you guys are definitely in our lives. It's not all just about last month. It's about our family, our business, and
The mojo, baby.
all of our friends. And the studio is a real sweet spot. I'll give you a quick spin around. This is the hot shop right here where Jake and Oliver are working.
Ba-bam.
Yep.
And if you go to the rest of the hot shop down over here, doing a spin, there's Michelle working on her tech support packaging. We got the gallery over there. The lounge. Got her distribution room set, the bar over there.
There she is, Tessa.
Our friend is on here is watching. I was spinning, talking, thinking.
That's one or two too many things at one time.
Done with these grabbers?
Done with the grabbers. So I got a lighter pink band here as the belt. It's up to you what you're thinking for the beard or for the hat color that's going to transfer into the shot glass color, but the hat will be smaller, just dropped as a foot, round and hot, and I'm going to just squish it on there with the paddle.
Can we get a mic check on Chris?
I did make another
Heart.
heart in there. Thank you. So here goes. Count them, guys. Count them. How many little curls is he going to put on here?
4, 5,
11,
9,
13,
3,
2, 1,
6.
5,
You guys are so close.
11. There. Perfect. You guys got it down right. Now he's going on beard layer number 2. I really like that snow, the starter outer. If you guys have missed the beginning of the show, Michelle made a blow mold out of snow because we got like 5 inches of snow last night. And I blew into it, and it looked really darn cool. And I think I just overblew a little bit up by the neck, and it was a little too thin. Otherwise, it would have been saved, and it looked like a kind of like a piece of ice.
The texture was really
I
cool
think we
on
could
it.
come back and it's back in the freezer. We could use that again, and we could make it's nice picture size.
Yeah, it was cool. I like that idea. It's pretty sweet. I knew somebody a long time ago at the Penland School of Crafts. He was like the shop tech. He's probably bumming because he did this, but he dug a hole in the ground and he blew the glass into the hole in different areas in the woods. He'd run out behind the shop and blow it in there, and then he would take it and make it into a growler. And this was back in the late 90s when breweries were just starting to open up, and he was doing his own beer, and he sold the growler with endless refills. So if you mailed it back to him, you could have it refilled with his homebrew beer.
That's
And I
wild.
remember he sold a lot of them.
Oh, that looks so good.
That might even have been Ed Schmidt, who wrote Glass Notes.
You ever made a growler before, Chris?
Oh yeah. I got a real nice picture of one on my favorites in my pictures. They're called the
I'll have to
favorites.
check that out.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's a green one. I made a few. So go ahead, Jake.
I was just going to say, this is our third gnome, folks, and if you're just joining the show, we usually switch it up quite a bit. We're switching it up towards the end of the gnome, doing different things on the hat. So if for some possible reason you feel like you've seen the beard sculpting before, that's why. But this is a representation of the future of how we're going to continue to do these beards and the rest of it as we're adding new things. We've never made a gnome with a shot glass on top, so that's the final one of a spontaneous, brand new style of gnome. And I will say, those last 5 gnomes that, I don't know when Best Last updated it, but that are still for sale on the website, those are going to be only available as one and dones today. Going forward, gnomes will be, we're going to pick out our 3 style plus the Santa gnome. Those are going to be the ones on the website. They do stay up until next week's show, next Tuesday, and yeah, like I was saying, we're going to pick out the best colors. There goes another one. The best 3 colors that sold the best. It's looking like a blue, a brown, and maybe one other color. Thanks,
Oh, the
Oliver.
crimson one
Welcome.
Go with a pink.
took a
now, dude.
hiatus.
Got it.
And that's going to be that. But we do custom orders all the time, and that's what we love about these pieces. We do them. And every piece made on the show tonight is going to be signed TGP, The Gathering Point, show number 252. And that kind of memorializes, just like Chris's Ashes and Art Glass business, the piece onto the internet forever. So you can look at the bottom of your gnome and see exactly the show it was created on, or any custom order that you want to get done, any of our products on our website, and you can reminisce. There's a minimum of 150 is the custom order criteria, and it depends on what you want and what you want to get. We've been making some beautiful mugs recently. It's about time for our drinkware show coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, we were in here last night, Jake and I, blowing some tasty drinkware, having a good time on a snowy.
Yeah, I don't want to like spoil
Monday night.
anything for the folks at home, but the drinkware that I've been seeing you two make has been incredible.
Pretty darn tasty.
It's been sweet. Another thing I did want to mention, you guys, which I completely forgot about, just because I'm in the moment for the show tonight, but the gallery I have in Ann Arbor, Christopher Studios Gallery, it's on Facebook. Check it out. But we're having an opening this Friday night with an amazing Detroit clothing designer and fine artist, Jared Woods. He is super cool, and we've got his two-dimensional work in the gallery, and the opening's this Friday the 2nd from 5 to 8 p.m. in Ann Arbor in the Gallery District, which is in Carytown. So you should come check us out. and enjoy yourself.
Take a
Let's
big
talk
juicy
about
gather of orange. Size 1 for that topper.
All right, I get to choose the color of the topper, you're saying?
Well, I don't know. You were talking, so I just sent Oliver onto it.
You can do it, Oliver, but I'll just point to what color you're going to use.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
I'm not going full-blown hat size, though. I'm just doing, like,
Half hat.
Yeah, a little less.
half hat it.
It still needs to cover the schnoz.
Quarter hat it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it thick. I'm going to keep it powerful.
Then he's going to need to let it flatten out on the marber,
I think I'll just take it as a...
and you'll just push it over.
Yeah.
I did move that heart, so we want to think about that. You know, while you're doing that, I could start blowing out the shot glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could start that right now, right? We want it to be clear.
With whatever matching color, which is going to be the opaque orange size 1 over there.
Opaque orange size 1 is what you're using.
Yes, sir.
So
and
a
then
little bit on the bottom of that glass.
And then the transparency of the glass will allow whoever gets this piece that's pouring Jameson's in it will have
It'll
the
shine
whiskey
right through.
color mixing and matching the whiskey itself in the shot glass.
Absolutely.
I like it.
All right, so I've got 2 votes for 13, 1 vote for 14, 1 vote for 15,
11, 12.
1 vote for 7.
13 it is. Lucky number 13.
Again?
Yep.
Jake, are you maybe a robot?
Roboto mode. No, I think I did do it the same way. The first patty has 5 on it, and then the second one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 5 is 13. Precisely.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to take a look. Just hit the back end one time so it's a little thicker on the bottom, and then we'll drop it like a foot.
It might have to be because that person loves his whiskey so much.
Right. Beautiful. Just get it ripping. Yeah, it could be anything.
So when you say that you want to have that glass ripping,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. That's hot.
That's as hot as it can get.
Exactly. That's hotter than buttery.
No, ripping's hotter than buttery, silky, creamy.
I wonder where Goopy fits in there. Right behind you. Punty reminder. Let's do it. Look at that soup. It looks really easy, and I'm not trying to say this to boost our skills, but Oliver's become an incredible assistant. He brought that over perfect with great heat, and it makes my job a lot easier to just take that and have it set up perfectly and cut it on there. And look at how symmetrical it is right now.
Yeah. I was just I'm gonna torch your punny here as soon as I'm done blushing. There we go. We got Michelle.
Now he looks a little strange without the rest of his hat going on there. Kind of looks like he's missing his brain under there. He
No,
could blast it
that's a
harder.
little beret.
Could be beret-like. Yep.
Is it the raspberry beret?
You
that
gotta
Prince?
sing that if you're gonna say that out. You gotta sing
Oh,
it.
is that a requirement?
That's right. He's got
Oliver,
a
I'm gonna have you hit it real
raspberry
quick, and then I'll
beret.
stamp it, and then we'll give Chris the bench to blow this out.
Okay.
Beautiful. I'm getting out of here. Three glass blowers working at one bench.
Is there something I need to be doing here, giving some air to somebody?
Probably a little pufferooski.
All right, Chris. You just let
That's
me
a
know.
double shotter if I ever saw one. This is an OG hitter.
Well,
And he didn't just put orange on the bottom. He put about 10 vortexual vortexes.
Blow lightly. Keep going.
This is going to be a really cool application, folks.
Keep going. Good.
I got plenty of heat for you to go for your bottom heat, and we'll be ready. I'll be plenty ready. Unless I should heat up the top a little bit too so they really meld together. I'll just go over you.
I can go down here.
Who? What up, Brett? Missed you in Pittsburgh just a couple weeks back. I know I told everybody about that trip. It was super cool. Brett, I hope you're doing well.
Carol says without the top of his hat, he looks like a mushroom.
He does have mushroom energy.
So Oliver, will you bring the puffer out for me?
Yes. Need it in your hand or you just want it at the bench?
I'm gonna want you just to puff the neck while we're putting this on and spinning it.
Got it.
We're not going over the top. We're going to stick it on like a punny.
Yep. You want to take a flash, Jake, or no? Because
I think I'm ready.
all right.
Yeah.
And leave this here for me.
I'm going to flip, take a look at it, come down towards you, down towards the ground a little. I like it squished on there even more. Push it more so it's got the, yeah, that looks great. Cool. Hold it, flip one more time. Push down as you're doing that a little. Yep.
Spin.
There, it's perfectly lined up. The
like it.
swirls
I'll take
look
that from you.
awesome. Swirls look
A
great.
little extra love.
Yeah.
Mind if I open it?
Nope, go for it. I'll get it hot for you. This is cool looking.
It
This
is.
is like not just a shooter. This is a I'm sitting at the table sipping some really nice whiskey or some nice goat milk.
Yeah,
with your
gnomies.
gnomies. Yeah.
It'd be great to have a picture of someone and then you pan back and the other three people sitting in the
Are
table are all
gnomes.
gnomes.
So I was trying to take a video.
What you
That's
guys-
a marketing ploy.
What you guys didn't see when Jake and I and Oliver were talking about this, we were really going back and forth about how the shot glass
Will be connected.
was going to go onto the top and the color pattern and what we were going to do. It went back and forth and we really brainstormed about it. It's a cool process
Yeah.
when we're doing this stuff. That's what this whole show is all about, is seeing stuff come together like this. And when you get it, when it's a one-of-a-kind piece, I mean, it's cool.
And we don't always get it, folks, I'll tell you that. You've seen some treachery on the show before. The thickness is great, melds into the hat so beautifully. Nice.
You put a handle on it too, and that's super crazy, you know, like
On the side of them, like a big lock
I mean,
of
I
hair.
could see it evolving into
can
some
morph.
type of a mug,
It can morph.
but this one here is going to be what it is. I'm going to go straight sided, don't you think?
I think so, yeah. We got Oliver sitting down in the comments region, folks. So if you guys said anything vulgar or anything personal, he's going to call you out for it right now. I gave one of those, I think that's the pair right there. The jacks had a burr cut into the side of them, and I took the Scotch-Brite to it the other day and worked it all the way down. It was cutting into the glasses really bad. That looks great.
Somebody maybe dropped them or something, and they got a little hit the edge of the tray or something.
Yeah, I
What do you
bet you
think?
that's what it was.
Think
Little
I
bit
should
of-
flare it a little, or you think I should leave it like it is? What do you think, Jake?
I kind of like
He's
it,
so
yeah.
cute.
He looks awesome.
Little bit of love from the home team, guys. Robin saying we're killing it tonight.
All right, Robin.
Carrie saying that the gnome shot glass is a great idea.
So good.
I gotta safely say, you guys, that that's a 3-ounce
A wheatgrass
shot glass.
shot would be awesome.
I mean, a wheatgrass
Dark
shot.
green.
That's right. Would be really, really nice. Especially since I don't drink whiskey, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd love to get a 3-ounce, a ginger shot, a 3-ounce.
Ginger shot. Oh my god.
I mean, you'd probably just like, I think I'd just explode if I had a 3-ounce wheatgrass shot. It'd be so good. I don't know what would happen.
Just
my
might
brain,
explode.
my brain would just probably just pop.
Well, there's a little bit of gold on there. It's already been stamped, so let's get a final take here, and then we're going to iridize it. We'll give it the bling-ification.
Look at the little orange,
Here it comes.
nice little flame action going up. or make a giveaway.
Yeah, what's the giveaway?
Make something with that heart.
You like the beard when it does that?
Nah.
So then you want
if you
me to-
reduce one more time,
People
I'll
are
flip it
saying,
away.
Chris, that the gnome has spirit.
Why do I want to use a thing?
A liquor spirit? Just hit it one more time and I'll pull that off of the beard with this.
Because I don't see any reduction going on.
On the body? I see it.
I thought that was whiskey.
With gold on top of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Tell them what you're doing.
Just pulling out the over reduction in the beard.
All right, that's our boy.
Let's get her safe and sound.
Did not read that out loud on the show, so it was like so random. It just had very
Nice punny, Oliver.
I made it just for you. Don't mind me, just blushing over here.
That's gonna be bright orange, nice pink here, pink, gold. Nice. Oh my God, those look good.
Look at him.
That's sweet.
The gnomes and the sheep, folks. We like it.
All right.
Nice job.
You guys, you did a great job on that shotgun. That was amazing. We got to think we have a giveaway we want to figure out here. So I think let's brainstorm real quick.
Okay.
And there's a question about glass blowing that I think you are the perfect person to answer while we figure it out.
I'll take it.
And that was, what is over reducing and what is all entailed in that?
That's the question?
Yes.
Over reduction. Something that white, you can't reduce white because white doesn't have any precious metals in it. White is actually made with tin, the element tin off the actually burn or melting points, charred edges, and you could take burns out the pressure. Bit better tonight, just like when the Red Wings win. Close to that there, Shell. Just a little, but yeah, that's the garage, guys, and that piece of equipment right there is an Italian-style piece of equipment that is used for keeping parts hot at 1,000 degrees when you're. I put them in there. They're sitting at 1,000 degrees. Take them out, heat them up a little bit hotter, and stick them right on the piece. But if we tried to stick a cold piece of glass on there, it would just explode. It wouldn't work. So the garage is a really important tool. All right, Jake, you're the man. You're making the giveaway now, right?
Yes, we have some great things happening here.
Uh-oh. On the gathering point? Is that what you're talking about?
That's right. How do they enter the giveaway?
Oh, you caught me like in the act. I didn't expect all that. Tell us what your favorite color gnome is. We want to know. We made a bunch of different trials this year. We're looking to see what was popular. I'm personally really loving like the more brown, earthy toned ones a lot, but that doesn't mean that's your favorite, so let us know.
The rock-looking gnome was my favorite, and he was the first one to sell. So I do love the green ones, though, and I'm surprised that they haven't gone anywhere. Because the green ones, I mean, I am a green person, we know that, but yeah, the rock-looking guy was for sure my favorite, and then the green guys, who are still left, by the way. There are 4 gnomes left, 2 perps, 2 green. Michelle bought number 4, the one that she is showing in the camera right now.
That one you jumped at?
She did, and she's obsessed with him, and I do think that he is so cute. I do love the light blue color of him compared to our other gnome style with the dark.
I actually, and this is something maybe I could talk with you, Michelle, about for a little bit here, is that I can't put what my finger is about this color palette, but because I've seen this one now, it makes me like, I'm much more picky about the other colors now.
I don't know if it's the two-tone. I don't know.
Like, something about it is just like, that one has the razzle dazzle for me, and I don't know why exactly.
Which
but
one does, Oliver?
This one here, the number 4.
I love him.
Like,
He's
out
so
of all
cute.
like the colorful fantasy style ones, that one is the champion in my mind.
So I am making a graphic right now. You guys see me furiously typing on this phone to put the question and
Paddle's
the email
kinda
address on the screen. So just give me
Paddle's
2
kinda
seconds
dirty.
here.
Well, we would even touch the patterns.
So we're gonna make a really cool piece here, folks. I was trying to talk to Chris and you guys in my brain at the same time, so sorry about that. But what we're gonna do is work with some crystal clear glass, and if you guys take a notice to this sweet bubblification, num 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 num, when you really rile it up there and get the bubble going. I don't know if you saw it, it happened pretty fast.
It happened a little bit faster than I could get there. Trying for that fluid camera movement.
Yep.
If
I
I
hear
was
ya.
holding the camera, I would have got there quick because I moved the
Everyone
camera
would be
fast.
having a seizure.
That's right.
Can I get a little bit of air from you, Dad? Yep.
So Jake, you might have been talking to the people. You might have been talking to Chris
Beautiful.
about it. But I know Bess didn't hear you. So do you want to one more time tell us what's going on here?
I do.
He does.
He does at some point.
Yeah, when he's ready. Take your time.
Usually
All right.
takes a little bit of time for him to get his words together.
Yeah, I'm just gathering. I'm gathering here.
Gathering.
We're gonna do a
Are
capattle
you
as a
gathering
team.
your point?
Get it, folks?
This is a good time to double check your mics on too.
Yeah, is it? Yes.
Okay.
This is an all clear glass. We've got 1 heart left over. It's going to be a rocks glass. Right now we're going to capattle it as a team, and we're going to flatten the bottom completely. Then we'll torch the bottom real good. We're going to drop the heart onto the bottom and push it up into the depths, into the gullet of the glass, and you'll be able to drink anything out of this glass. And as you're looking into it, you will see the loving heart that was sculpted here at the Glass Academy.
And it might just be because you love what you're drinking.
Yeah. Or you love the person sitting next to you. All right.
I mean, do you think it would be
Squishing
the
like a
heart of the
champion?
glass?
Yes.
Oh, Jake's really getting doused with
Beautiful.
the smoke in the face. Do you
Yeah,
see
I
that?
just took it right to the eyeball.
That's okay. Just blink it out.
I did, and somehow I'm okay. It normally doesn't happen like that. Normally I'm crying.
So you want those? You got the grabbers again, right?
He's got the grabbers right here.
I mean, we could do it the way you were talking about, because it's sitting upright.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't need the grabbers. You're just going to set it here, and I'm going to set this down on it, right?
That's right.
Beautiful. We're going to go to the land of Torchy Poo here. I'm going to give it a little bit of love, not on the side of the glass, just on the very bottom, so that the opening, this is just going to just be just right.
You want me to bring it just like that?
You can if you set it right there and hold
Yep.
it steady, sure.
Do I
think
need to
I'm
be working on a foot or something? Or do you want to leave that to Chris?
just about ready. You could bring a foot for sure.
Clear?
Kind of large and in charge, and we should probably do white might look cool. I think a nice opaque background. I'm ready. Would look nice.
Okay.
Yep, let's run it.
Not rushing.
All that meanwhile time now, the whole rest of the glass has gotten stiff, while the very bottom is super hot and malleable.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it's like this. It's like. And the clear on the bottom there is going to take that heart to the magnification station. So when you look down into the depths of it, I wonder if you guys could hear that cracking through the microphone. That was exactly what I was talking about, letting the rest of the piece cool down so much that this, up to this point, was at a breaking temperature. The rest of this is right at that edge. The heart, luckily, wasn't at a breaking temperature because Chris was doing the long arm hold in the air, keeping it up at about 1200 degrees. Put it. Yeah, sounds perfect.
A comment that came across a little earlier. Lynette said, "Thank you guys so much for my new gnomes." Lynette is taking home a couple of the cuties, including the silver hat gnome.
Let's go.
So huge shout out to Lynette. We hope you love your new little family of gnomes, and thank you.
Shouts out, Lynette. It's a beautiful thing being supported for what we do. Clearly, we have a blast. We have a good time doing it. We love doing it since the pandemic. Showing you guys what we do on a regular basis is a whole nother ball game, but we have a blast with it. And like I said earlier, it's about the community. So whether you guys are buying or not, join us again next week. Watch the annealer reveal at 3 o'clock. You'll see all the gnomes we said today at 3 on Thursday. And that's going to be on YouTube, folks. We stream all over the place. We got social media all over the place. And you can find us, the Glass Academy, everywhere, but especially the website. Yep, there'll be a link in the e-news and all that goodness.
Jake, are you happy with this shape?
I'm completely happy with that. And this is a larger foot because there is a crevice in here that needs to be filled. If you guys have seen on our drinkware page on our website, we've got a glass, a tall mug that has a golf ball. That worked out good.
Pretty nice.
Very nice. And I'll finish that sentence later. Oliver, that actually was just the perfect size. Squished like a champion.
Flipping.
All good. All good. Look at that crispification. Sorry, I was yelling into your guys'
Jake
ear.
likes it when it's crisp, folks. He likes a tight edge.
It's gotta be crisp. I mean, look at that. And with the white opaque background, wait till you guys see this heart on the annealer reveal. And actually, we're gonna flip it around. We'll be able to show it off. It looks incredible.
You putting a
Shot
Maurice on
glass
there?
gnome.
Or are you punting it up right on the white?
I was gonna punny it right up.
He just
All
went
right.
to a new home. Oh, it
You say the
rhymed.
shot glass,
The shot glass gnome just went to his new home.
it's gone.
He's gone.
Congratulations to whoever got that sweet one-of-a-kind gnome. Just so you guys know, if we didn't mention, this is the giveaway. Someone's going to get this for free. We'll do the giveaway next week. Oliver just mentioned and went over the giveaway question, and so did Bess. You know where to send it to, our email.
A couple times as well.
Yep.
Watch the show later in the week.
You're allowed to enter up until next Tuesday. Same as the products that are made for sale. If there's any gnomes left after tonight, they'll still be available throughout the week.
That's my camera.
So far, right now, there's only 4.
As far as we know.
Just in case it does cut out, we are at 8:05, so we're in a little bit of overtime. My mic is on, just making sure.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, the camera battery did just kind of flash to the red zone. So if we happen to randomly cut out, it's because the camera
That's why.
dies. But
I'll
we're
let you
here
finish
until
it
it does, so just a heads up.
Thank
Just a little warm, a little toasty.
So Lynette put another comment I want to read to you guys. She said, I already have 9 gnomes and have given away some as gifts. My family loves gnomes. My dad looked like one. His name was Earl, so I was so glad to get Earth Tone Earl tonight.
Let me get a little tap.
Nice.
Very
Is that
cool.
number 9? Or is that the Crimson Earth Tone one?
Let's see. I want to see what number 9 was now.
Lynette is a certified gnome lover.
Yes, he was number 8. So he was one of your little crimson, as you call them, guys. But very, very cool, Lynette. I'm glad we had a gnome named after your dad, and we didn't even know it. Very
Bring me
cute.
a red lip wrap.
Amy, who is one of our office people, I guess she's one of our office managers, she loves to take the time to name our table products for you guys. And so Amy came up with all of those gnome names for the week. So shout out, Amy.
Lippus Rapus in the house. This is that same exact red as
not
is the
quite on
heart. So we've got
center.
a nice white background that's going to allow that heart to really pop, and then we're going to match it with a red lip wrap. And many of you guys know that red's the most expensive color. Red's and pinks and glass blowing, and that's why Valentine's Day, it just makes sense for your lover to get them something that has a bunch of gold blended into the glass. Obviously, you can't buy this one. It's the giveaway. We hope you get lucky, but pretty cute.
I'm going to mention that giveaway question one more time.
Please.
You guys can send your answers to enews@glassacademy.com to enter to win this beautiful heart glass. And the question is, what is your favorite color of the new
watch the
gnomes?
dangler.
If you guys didn't get to see all of those colors because they are almost sold out, you can still go to the table page and click through them. It's just going to show sold out, but you can still see all of those really beautiful colors.
Want to know?
I did have a comment earlier asking us to put the question in the chat, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. The reason that we don't, part of the reason that we don't, is because if we were to just put the question in the comments, people can kind of come by without watching the show and enter that, and we really want that giveaway to be for people who are watching the show. Even if you're coming back and watching a replay, you guys have to kind of come in and watch that replay to find the question. So if we just put that in the comments, we're going to have everybody and their mother entering without watching the show.
The giveaway's for the OG followers, folks. It's for the people that watch these shows and kick it with us for the long haul.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's
funny
a
because
random
you got
deal.
a bunch of OG followers watching, and then somebody just answers the question and randomly wins the giveaway, and it's like, it's a
here's
cool
the deal,
thing.
too. We put all the names in Wheel of Names, so it's luck. We put all your emails and names into this Wheel of Name thing. Donna spins it, and it randomly picks.
It's the Wheel of Name thing.
It's the
It's like
wheelofnames.com.
It's a plastic sphere, and you put their names on paper, and you roll it down the alley,
It's like the old bingo number.
and then you take one out, and you...
You roll it down the alley.
Whichever one he didn't chew up.
Exactly. Well, I hope you guys remember
You'd
that.
have to be careful with the hamster. Have you seen the giant alley cat that lives back there?
Yeah.
The big black and white guy?
I haven't seen it recently.
He is such a cutie.
The black one,
Yes.
with all the fur.
Love a cat with a bunch of fur.
Roniza says she would love to see a black gnome, kind of like a biker.
Ooh, biker gnome.
With
Black
some
and
orange and black, some Harley
That's
gnome.
a great idea.
The
Strap
Harley
that thing
Davidson
on
gnome.
the handlebars and take it across the country.
That heart looks amazing in there.
It is nice looking. All right, well, I think we need a stamper.
Stamper.
Just a little stamp action.
Yep. So we're going to be wrapping this one up. We're going to be getting this into the box here in a second to cool down. Pieces cool overnight. We'll be hand revealing them Thursday at 3 o'clock with the gnomes that are left available still on the table. You'll see those then.
There are 4 gnomes
4
left.
gnomes
2
still
purps,
available.
2 green.
And folks, if you love the show, just share the feed. It takes 1 second. There's no purchase necessary. If you want to support a small business, you know, we're local to Michiganders, but we're an American family-run business. If you want to spread the love around, share this to your feed or share it with a friend you think would be interested in the artistic gnome action. That's how we grow our audience. That's how we make our living. We do this full-time with an incredible staff here in Dearborn, Michigan, in our amazing building. We got a lot of beautiful plans for 2024. It's just starting, and we got a lot of things underway already. First thing coming to mind is the sheep in February, end of February, but really it takes no time. Spread the feed around, you guys. Show us some love.
I'll get a little nerdy for a second and tell you guys, the way that social media works, the more interaction we have on our posts, the more shares you guys have, the more likes or comments, the more that social media algorithms recognize that people like our content and show it to more people. So the best way that you guys can support us for free is to do just what Jake said. Share our feeds, share our posts, like our post, comment, make sure you're following us on all of our social media accounts, and we super, super appreciate it.
We love you for that, and we appreciate it. We see the names, the familiar names. We see you guys popping up. We love you all. And this one, for that reason, is going to someone next week for free. Thanks, Oliver. I just had a fleeting thought of me tripping and dropping that on the floor after saying that on my way over.
No invasive thoughts like that.
It happens regardless, but it's in the box. It's safe. It's sound. That was a great show.
There we go. The Gnome Show.
The Gnome Show. The
Very
VIP situation is coming up, folks. Stay in the loop. Get on the e-news. Enter to win that piece so you're in the loop and about knowing what's coming up, because we got great things happening. I promise you, some of these collectible items, trinkets that are going to be lined up on your wall with the historical membership is going to be really, really tight. But you know where to reach us. Have a beautiful week. Thanks to Bess, Chris, Oliver, Michelle. This is Jacob and the rest of the GA team. We'll talk to you guys next week.
We'll see you guys on Thursday for the Neela reveal.